everybody, my name is Jonathan McAmee, you're watching That Guy Talks, and today we are ranking all 8 Harry Potter movies. Now this is my list, and this is also my Halloween costume from 2nd grade that Mum made me. So shout out to Mum for making me this cape, and let's dive into my list. Let me just say, spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen any of the Harry Potter movies, don't watch any more. Watch all 8 films, then come back and watch this. But it's been 20 years since all of them came out, so you've been living under a rock. Let's dive in. Expecto Patronum! Number 8 for me is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which came out in 2009, and IMDb gives it a 7.8. Now this movie for me, back in 2009 and still today when I watch it, it's too heavily romance-based on Ron and the girl that really likes him and Hermione kind of being jealous of her. That's kind of a storyline that really not needed to focus on. I feel like it was in complete competition with Twilight at the time. Also, Dumbledore's death was very anticlimactic. I was looking for a little bit more. Number 7 on my list is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. This movie came out in 2010, and on IMDb it is a 7.7. Now, back in 2010, this was all the rage. This was the hype of the summer. This is part 1 of what was going to be the climax of a great movie franchise that we've seen over the course of 10 years at this point. It had a lot of hype to it, and I think that it just fell just a little short of its mark, and that's why it is number 7 on my list. I say death. I say death. I guess that's the closest thing I can get to Parseltongue. But my number 6 on the list is Chamber of Secrets, and that came out in 2002 and was on IMDb a 7.5. My review of the Chamber of Secrets is that it was a very, very long movie. The best part about this movie was Dobby and the ending. Now, I loved the basilisk fight at the end and it all coming together as to why Tom Riddle is such an important character. Turn to page 394. R.I.P. Alan Rickman. Number 5 on my list is Order of the Phoenix. This came out in 2007 and was a 7.5 on IMDb. Now this movie is very, very dark, and I think that it got too political with the Ministry of Magic controversy and corruption, and Umbridge, well, let's just say that she's very, very, very annoying. And the fact that she's the villain in this movie makes it 10 times worse, but it's not as worse as the other movies. So this is why it is number 5. Wingardium Leviosa.
Stop. You're going to take someone's eye out. Besides, you're saying it wrong. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Well, you do it if you're so clever.
Wingardium Leviosa.
What a great scene for my number 4, which is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which came out in 2001, and IMDb gives it a 7.6. Now, this is the OG Harry Potter movie. This is the movie that made me fall in love with the series. I know I may get a little backlash on this, but I did not read all of the books before I saw the movies. But I fell in love with Harry Potter, the story, and I loved every minute of it. And the Sorcerer's Stone is number 4 on my list because of that. Master presented Dobby with the sock. Dobby is a free elf! I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of better than any other time I've tried to do that. My number 3 is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, which came out in 2011 and is the highest rated IMDb movie with an 8.1. Now, this movie broke all of our hearts, but also made us all come to peace with the greatest conclusion to the story of The Boy Who Lived. Now, the storyline of Ron and Hermione that we watched grow from the beginning at the Sorcerer's Stone to them kissing and becoming a family, and Harry
Potter. The boy who lived, come to die.
realizing that he is a Horcrux himself and has to sacrifice because that is what the love in his heart is for, to kill Voldemort. And the fact that Voldemort dies in this movie. It's such a great movie, and that's why it is number 3 on my list.
He's back! He's back! Voldemort's back!
Did you just hear what Harry just said? He's back. He who must not be named is back. All right, I'm out of here. See you guys. Anybody got flu powder? My number 2 movie is The Goblin of Fire, which came out in 2005 and is a 7.7 on IMDb. This movie is the coming of age for all of our characters, becoming teenagers and adults all within one movie. This is the movie where Hermione becomes a beautiful, 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 this is where I kind of had a crush on Emma Watson, and yeah, Emma, if you're out there, Jonathan McNamee. I feel like I did this before. Emma Watson. Emma Watson is a beauty. She is so down to earth. I've never met her, but hopefully one day I will. Emma, if you're watching this, hi, I'm Jonathan. It's very nice to meet you. But anyway.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no! He's not worth it.
Oh!
Malfoy, you okay?
And my number 1 on the list, which came out in 2004 and IMDb gives it a 7.9, it is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is one of the most perfect movies, and it is strictly because of this man. This man right here, Sirius Black, Gary Oldman. He is why Prisoner of Azkaban is the best movie. He is the hated villain in the beginning of the movie. We think he is the next Voldemort, and we hate him. And then we get to the point when we are in the Shrieking Shack, when we find out who Peter Pettigrew really is, Scabbers the entire time. And we find out that Sirius Black is actually Harry's godfather and father's best friend. And we fall in love with Sirius Black because it is the closest thing Harry has to a family. And that is why this movie is the best, is because Sirius Black's arc of a character in this movie. If you liked this list, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Every Saturday I put out new videos. From all of us here at ThatGuy Talks, let's Expecto Patronum! And cue that music. Really don't know how this still kind of fits. I mean, it's tight in the shoulders, but this was a cool costume back in the day. It was. Expecto Patronum!